us and the media how she can, and we're not supposed to have no go at her, because at the end of the day, you know, if she comes up on this platform and said, I feel the family them have something to do with it, the family, the whole public are going to take off her head. Yes, and the cousin said this, and so when I said it, they can't come for me. They can, but I am saying the sister is guilty, and I think she should go to jail if they find her guilty.
Listen to me.
But as a close family member,
hold on, let me say this,
Tiger,
let me say this. That's reverse psychology, and I'm not with it. Nobody came in here and said that she committed any crime. But let me tell you something. Trying to die something down rather than trying to spark something up is where I'm with it. Hold on, listen, hold on, I let you talk.
Who is trying to die anything done?
I let you talk.
If I never man like this, I have to come out for this. What you mean by die done?
All right, Tanisha, Chasey.
The first blood clot place, I like a you kid.
Chasey, all right.
Who the fuck you, girl?
Terry.
All that animosity, go take that with your aunt who lost the little boy. All of that. Yeah.
Okay. Kay doesn't have any remorse. I'm gonna take down Kay because she don't have no remorse.
I come talk about die done.
Wow. All right, Kerry. All right, Kerry.
I'm gonna cut me off, you know.
What that girl there?
Kerry, all right, Kerry. All right.
I'm gonna send some people over the PR.
Kerry, all right, Kerry. Don't put yourself in the same thing where I run from. Don't put yourself in it, because the same thing I run from, and the animosity and the media officer you say just.
Hear me out. So TikTok is one of the fastest way to get information out there. Now, I've received some information and I want to send it across. For those who are going on the search tomorrow, please to search Moreland Road. I don't know where that is, but that is the information that I have received from an elderly person. And I'm going to play the recording here. And for those who know exactly where she's talking about, go there. Even if you can't go there from today, go there and see if we can find little Jayden. So here is the voice note.
Where they pick up Jayden, you see? You leave Manchester High School, go straight. You don't have a sidewalk, it's bush both sides. But you have most big white people house, distances, you know, they have the maid and the big dogs and the gardener. Going from there, you pass, and your right you have Grove Road with a stoplight. That drive back round to where Jayden taxi stand would be in Caledonia Road, round by Irville Supermarket. When you leave from there, so you go over Bulldead Hill, that's the next dangerous hill. There's a lot of terrain around those places. And when you leave here, so again, don't finish that terrain there. And when you go up the end of the terrain, you have a next turn off on your left. That is Waltham District. Continue straight. You have done Robin District. Go up to Hopetown. The last house is at Hopetown, Mr. George Fulford house. From there, it's a long, lonely road terrain both sides. Before you reach the airstrip, when around the child body is, you know, around the child is, because when you don't finish that long terrain, lonely road around there, that terrain both sides, you came to the airstrip on your right, and you drive against the next terrain from there, right to the Moreland camp where the white people them come camping. When you leave from there, you come right at halfway crossing there, Ebenezer School, and the right curve back right to Swaby Soap's Bird Tree. The child bodies around there. Where they're searching back in Mandeville and Newport and Wills, the child body is not there. Because they have a lot of terrain and precipice and sinkhole around that side. The child body is around here. And I keep on telling last week, when they search for the child body, they're not going to find it. No, right now, all we're going to find is the remains of the bones and in bag and in uniform. But in the dream, him mother asked him to know old, and he never did, but he did know. So in dream, him mother and tell him mother, I listen from morning. But, you know, I wish I could say to someone, say, go, when you go to Perth Road, don't turn back. We pick up the child from. But straight up bull they did with a terrain both side. The end of there is Waltham on your left. Then you have a big district named Dunrobin, Hopetown. And you go there after you pass the last house at the deep corner. It's pure terrain on the both side. Straight. And precipice and thing. We don't know if I can mine it out now. But I heard that there's the sinkhole is around here. And if they look out the sinkhole bottomless pit and they should go around there. And they have so much dogs searching from the other day. The dog would sniff the child. Because all you have to do is put the clothes at the dog and the thing sniff it. Yeah, a piece of the child clothes and they sniff it. And then when the child then pick up the child.
So there you have it, guys. It's better to look than not to look any at all, and he is there. You understand? So I'm just putting this out there. I didn't have to do it, but I'm doing it because I have children of my own. You understand?
He was supposed to go there and pick up. He would have to have drop off. So maybe he didn't stay. Maybe he didn't stay at the hospital. He just picked up and moved. So he would have stayed with them, right?
That's what she
No,
don't get.
Bello. Remember I said, old man, they never leave till now even when they come here. I take home the family in the evening now.
All right.
Hold on.
If you know.
If you guys, maybe I'm talking a little bit too passionate. I just want you guys to understand what I'm saying.
No, man, all we understand that. It's okay.
What I'm saying to you, hold on. What I'm saying to you is at one point in time, everyone was together except for Jayden. That's what I wanted to let you guys know.
No, but remember, so Mr. T, what you're missing is that Mr. T wasn't staying at the hospital with the little boy.
See where the communication with you and I is the word staying. I'm not talking about the time frame. I'm talking about when the aunt was ready to leave the hospital. She had her yes, hold on, her son with her because he was there to relieve her from the bathroom, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They were all, three of them were leaving because the uncle was taking them home because the young lady came to watch over her child, correct?
Right.
Okay. At that time, Jayden was not nowhere there, correct?
Yes, because do you realize that they say Jayden have his own key because in evening time when Jayden coming from school, he coming at different times, so he just let himself
listen to this, baby. I'm glad you said that. So if all of four of them were there, three were leaving and one was coming, who was supposed to pick Jayden up from school?
Jayden don't get picked up in the evening.
Jayden was supposed to take a taxi and go home.
Jayden was not supposed to wait for his cousin to pick him up? Is that not what the uncle said?
No, that's the rumor that's been spreading around. That's the rumor.
You said that.
It's not the uncle. It's a rumor been spreading around that a child said Jayden told him that.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not the uncle saying that.
The uncle never said that. It's just that when them say a child said Jayden said he's going to up the road to meet his cousin, so he didn't need the umbrella.
Which nobody even find proof of that.
Nobody. Terry, let me ask you one question. Terry.
I asked where
Terry.
is the child? Somebody said to me
Terry.
that the yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna.
So sometimes you're speaking and I'm not recognizing that.
Okay, I understand.
I am a person who listens. That is one thing about me. I'm supposed to recognize that I listen very well. I listen more than I speak.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sorry guys. One more question. Tina.
About 15 million pounds, but it's all good.
Terry.
There was Terry. Yeah. There was a alleged in the media that he had taken some money from his savings from school. Have you heard anything about that as well? Because if he said that his friend have to make him up to buy food, so what about this £2,000 and this that he take from school? What about that?
I don't know, but I'm telling you what he said out of his mouth, that Jayden was starting to get bad, and probably he's saying this like he must have to say, oh, Jayden probably run them because him there get bad, and then they start come home from school and them come home with extra money, and him look like Jayden have a way of getting money and them something. Just speak sense out of nonsense when what he's trying to say, right? Because he even went on and said if something the Jayden is not his him son or him stepson, the youth, is not him because he was at the hospital with them. Him just say nobody else, him say it wouldn't be him because he was at the hospital with them. Alright? That's what he was saying. So I don't know, and him say I'm scared and him lose 100 and how much pound? Him lose 31 pound since all of this happened because him a fret and him alone at the house because people are threatening to burn down the house. Yep.
And apparently, again, a next allegation was that the son, the other boy, the 15-year-old, have you heard anything through the grapevine that he's been in gangs and stuff like that?
No,
Anything like that you hear?
no, I haven't heard anything like that.
Okay.
Anything like that. No.
But you know where they're coming from, Tiger, because he make a post with the pose, but this is the pose that he have is the pose that all of the boys them doing where them set them finger a certain way. And yeah, and it's I see that if I look at 15 young boy picture in Jamaica, 10 out of the 15 do the same pose.
Can I ask the cousin? So, do you think the family had anything to do with this?
Are you crazy? What are you asking me? You want to send me to prison and me lose everything when I have and pick to them? Eh? You want people to come say so wait, you can ask me that question, miss. You don't know nothing. I don't.
Oh, I don't know. You up here like you have answers, so I was asking your opinion.
No, you cannot ask me if you think that the family have something that you expect an answer from me. Like you think I'm gonna say yes or no? Like I stated before, I don't know. All of us here don't know. All anybody doing is speculating and trying to find answers or trying to find Jayden. We don't know.
I agree with you. We don't know, but we do know that it's been 3 weeks and his body has not been found.
Stop
We do
talking
know
about
that.
body in Jamaica. Chill. Let me tell you something, Q, KQ and KNQ. I don't think you know this because there are some grown man right now, and you ask them, "Did you finish high school?" And they will tell you, "I run away from home from about 12-year-old, and I didn't go back until me a big man." There are people in Jamaica that will run away and move to a different complete area and be gone and is still alive. It is not a death sentence because you're missing for a month.
That's a 12-year-old little boy
Yes.
who nobody...
Listen, even 10-year-old run away.
Y'all say that
12-year-old
he's
run
so
away.
bright and he's so smart. It was raining and he gave his friend an umbrella because he thought someone was going to pick him up. I'm not buying it.
But listen,
they did something to the little boy and now nobody can find the little boy. Cut it.
KQ, that story is not confirmed story, you know.
It's confirmed that he's missing for 3 weeks now, miss.
Yes, but about him giving away the umbrella and telling that somebody's coming to pick him up. That story right there is not confirmed.
What is confirmed is that he's missing 3 weeks. Come on.
Yes.
Yeah. So what happened?
Thank you. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this to you, and I want everybody to hear me. You just said a while ago why they can't find Jayden's body. Listen and listen to me good. He is a missing person until the police have come out and said this is a homicide case. Jayden Smith is a missing person. We don't want to hear about nobody. You hear me tell you?
All right, I understand that. Let me tell you something. You said in Jamaica this way, that way. You see, in America, when your child is missing more than 48 hours,
But that's America.
Hold on, excuse me. Wait, 1 second. It then turns into an investigation. If it was turned into an investigation, it would be less speculation because the police will move into investigation mode. As long as y'all keep saying that he's missing, they're going to keep charging it as a missing persons case. When they start to realize that he's been missing for a little bit too long, then an investigation needs to get deeper. So yes, maybe he's missing. However, the investigation is real weak over there. They need to start asking some questions. Some people need to be in some interrogation rooms. They need to find out his last movements and where he is.
Okay, we're not saying that's not right, but I'm trying to tell you that there are people who run away. Let's pray that he run away. Because there are people who run away in Jamaica and have run away and been gone have been gone for months or years. So it's not like America where when you run away out here, it's you on the street, you're homeless until somebody take you and do something with you. There's Jamaica have some kind-hearted people who
I understand that it just sounds like excuses when they need to find out his last whereabouts. There's a lot of questions that have a lot of people speculating, making up stories, this and that. If he ain't run away before, why he run away now? All because of a baby? Leg, and number two, how we are sure it was him who broke the baby's leg and not the aunt in there abusing him to make him want to run away in the first place? There's a lot of unanswered questions, first of all, and I'm just not buying that he just ran away.
I am going to agree with Kay on one thing, right? How long? And I understand for the sanity of the cousin. I agree with what you're saying, and I am feeling the same way like you. However, how long we must sit down and sit on our hands them telling me that a missing person? The investigation need to step up.
Yes,
the investigation need to step all the way up.
All the way up.
Tiger.
Yeah.
And I said to you, and like I just said, until we can only be here and talking and doing our part, right? Until the law says,
baby girl, and I accept what you said, and I said for your sanity and for the sanity of Jayden, I agree, and I agree with you as well. But if it's a change of word, if we need to get a change of word for these prick of a police to step up the investigation, that's all we're asking for. Step it up, start jogging people.
Walk out tomorrow.
You know how Jamaica see. You know how people slide food. Come on, no man.
You understand?
Cousin, I'm gonna keep it 100. You sound like you're trying to dodge stuff down. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
No, okay, that's not.
Because if it was my cousin, it would have been all homicide. Any word I gotta use to find my little cousin, that's what it would have been.
No, okay, you're wrong.
Why would I do that?
You're wrong, Kay. It's different culture, Kay.
It's Kay. Everybody we're different and we take things different, but I am on your side, because at the end of the day, I don't care what word they want to come out and use. With art and our conscience shall guide us. I honestly believe that.
Let me tell you something. I'm all the way
I believe
in
that
Brooklyn.
A kid is still here.
Hold on. I'm all the way in Brooklyn, okay? I don't got not one family member in Jamaica, and I heard this story. And some nights I can't even sleep wondering where this little boy is. And you mean to tell me you his cousin, and you talking about we don't know, he could be running away? Shorty, he's not running away. Something is happened to the little boy, and whatever they did with him, they did a damn good job, because can't nobody find him.
Go and prove it then. Please, I'm asking you to go and prove it.
How I'ma prove it?
No,
you know I can't prove it. That's why you telling me to go and prove it.
Go and prove it then, because I don't know what you want me to come up here and tell us. Say yes.
No.
Dead and then kill it.
No. As a family, and don't
listen. You're not gonna hold on.
Hold on, Kay. Hold on. Hold up.
You came here with an agenda to hear something that we cannot tell you.
No, Kay. Hold on, Kay. Hold on. Cousin, listen. I know, because you're a family member, your emotion gonna be a lot rawer than us, and because it's not our blood family, we gonna come out hard and aggressive as we can, and that's not because we have an agenda or we feel some type of way. It's because we know the system is failing. It's not your failing, and it's a system. And what she's saying, I agree with her. The investigation needs to step all the way up,
You're not listening to this lady. This lady wants to accuse me. You hear what she said? The first thing it sounds like I wanted to die down.
No, it's your emotion and it's your immediate family.
That's what she said.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Can I say something, host?
Hold up now. Guys, remember, that's her immediate family. So she can only talk to us and the media how she can, and we're not supposed to have no go at her, because at the end of the day, if she comes up on this platform and said, I feel the family them have something to do with it, the family, the whole public are going to take off her head. Yes, and the cousin said this, so when I said it, they can't come for me. They can, but I am saying the sister is guilty, and I think she should go to jail if
All
they
right.
find her guilty.
Listen to me.
But
That's
as a close
reverse-
family member,
Hold on,
we
let me
have to
say this,
kind of see with
Tiger,
her.
let me say this. That's reverse psychology, and I'm not with it. Nobody came in here and said that she committed any crime. But let me tell you something. Trying to die something down rather than trying to spark something up is where I'm with it.
Not trying
It's
to
my
die
family.
down.
Hold on, listen. Hold on, I let you
Who
talk.
is trying to die anything done? Hey, girl,
I let you talk. I let you talk.
If I did a man like this, I have to come out for this today. What you mean by die done?
All right, Tanisha, Chelsea.
The first blood clot place, I like how you keep
Chelsea, all right.
How the fuck be a girl?
Terry,
How
Terry.
All that animosity, go take that with your aunt who lost the little boy.
What do you?
All of that, yeah.
Okay. Kay doesn't have any remorse. I'm gonna take down Kay because she don't have no remorse.
I come talk about die done.
Wow.
All right, Kerry. All
I
right,
say
Kerry.
something now, I'm gonna cut me off, you know.
How that girl there?
Kerry, all right, Kerry. All
I'm
right.
gonna send some people over the PR.
Kerry,
Yo.
all right, Kerry. Don't put yourself in the same thing where I run from. Don't put yourself in it. Because the same thing I run from and the animosity and the media, say you say. Just